Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition. We are at episode 17 of our Age of Ashes. Dicewise Entertainment presents Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Age of Ashes, sponsored by Fantasy Grounds and Devon Knight. One has given us access and books to the platform that we are enjoying and loving to hate and loving to play. And there's mixed feelings amongst the cast, but everyone is here, everyone is using it, and everyone is enjoying it. And of course, my personal favorite, Devon Knight minis. I love this artist. I cannot go on enough about this guy. The art of the top-down mini that sits into a top-down bird's eye view of a tavern or a bar instead of that generic big close shot of the face. Pog. Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with Pogs, but thanks to both of our sponsors. And we are a very special edition tonight. We're shooting on an off night. We won't air it till Friday, but we're shooting on an off night, and then we're going to sit in the lobby live to answer your questions. So we'll stream live. We will be here. We can see you in the lobby. And we are streaming to twitch.tv/Dark Galaxies Gaming, who we are in cahoots with. Shout out to Corey Thomas. They are a wonderful channel, and they do some awesome games. You should check them out. And to do us a favor, we are live streaming to Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all these things simultaneously. So it's easy, very easy for you to check out our show and go, and look into more. But if you want to come to our website at www.rollmongers.com and really help us out, check out our show live on Friday nights. We have a whole bundle of different shows that we're throwing together up into the new year, and we're going to film some extra stuff and maybe even start streaming on a Monday night or carry those shows through the week as restreams to give you as much entertainment as possible live for you guys to check out here at twitch.tv/GMs. Get it? GM, DM, GM's Cut. And if you watch that and help our numbers improve, there's more coming in and become affiliate, and there's more we can do for you for free. And all you got to do is show up. All you got to do is provide us with views and click and listen. And brother, if you can spare a dime, if you want to do a little bit more for us here at Rollmongers for Dicewise Entertainment, then by all means, please head on over to our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/rollmongers and check out all the free giveaways and cool things we do, how you can interact and affect our dice rolls and our games through the different tiers, $5, $10, $50, it all adds up, and it all really helps us not just going, but add more. We have more shows that we would like to do in the new year. We're giving these new GMs. We have 4 new GMs. Why 2 are right here doing cameos tonight. So let's talk about that and stop the self-plugging. As usual, Rob Hammond, my trigger man, helping me with the internet and helping me get into the world of Twitch and video and not hating my computer, is in the house tonight.
Good evening, everyone.
And he's playing Dulgrin Truthseeker, an NPC of my creation that the man has definitely taken and made his own and is bringing out, giving the paranoia that comes with Breach Hill its own life. Second GM in the house, and we will hope that you soon check out his, well, I gotta say, the one shot that we gave Jared Mercer, who's here joining us tonight with a cameo, was for funsies. I mean, we needed to fill in for our Simply Second Edition podcast. He's familiar with Second Edition. He's very familiar with Fantasy Grounds. We've learned a lot from Jared, so thank you, sir. And he gave us a taste of his own homebrew world, the World of Rytram, and we drank and made merry and ran amok. And we're sorry. So now we'd like a chance, if you can help us meet our Patreon goals, if you can help us get those views and become affiliate and all these other things in the new year, we're going to turn that one shot. We're going to reboot it. We're going to start and give him his own show. With your help, the World of Rytram, brand new continent, brand new characters, same silly players. Sorry, Jared, best we could do. And we hope to look forward to you seeing more of Jared in the hot seat. And then I get to play. I get get to play a guy. It's so good. And speaking of being silly on the mic next to me, I have in the studio an old gaming buddy, an old high school chum. Corey Shaeson is in the house tonight.
Hey, everybody.
Relearning. You are learning Pathfinder 2nd edition with our help. He is learning Pathfinder 2nd edition and how to podcast and do all this from scratch. And we're hoping his questions will be the same questions you ask as we are learning along. Sure, I've cheated. I've read as many books as I have time for, and I've got guys like Joe Gibson is in the house tonight, my go-to resident rules lawyer, who has more time to read the gritty core book while I focus on the story books. And together, we're pulling off a half-baked show.
Hello.
So you've met our temporary cast. Don't worry, the dwarves haven't got anywhere. They are in Breach Hill. They are amidst a bar fight. The day goes on, and we will get back to them soon. But tonight, I'm going to pick up where we left off. The scene, gentlemen, is up on what is nicknamed Hell Knight Hill, a few miles to the northeast of the town of Breach Hill, in the country known as Isgar, in the World of Glorian, on the north side of the Inner Sea region. The sun is setting as the scene descends on a once citadel owned and manned by the Hell Knight Order of the Nail. Now, not fallen into complete ruin, but boy, does this place need maintenance. The dwarves cleared it out. Behind it, rescued from the clutches of a halfling arsonist, and claiming that there's far worse things down below, cultists and creatures that drove them from their subterranean home, a group of goblins that have taken a shine to our dwarves and characters and just about anybody that comes along, the Bumblebrasher clan, whose chieftain, Helba, was held at knife point by the cad Calmont, who the dwarves and a certain young halfling lady marched back into town for justice and now rots in jail waiting his sentence. Meanwhile, back right out here, amongst the wanderings of the Citadel, they came across an armature, or a squire, Hell Knight, by the name of Alak Stagram, who hails from Varesia. The man has personal business but has joined up with our dwarves. He was left behind in camp when the dwarves went back to Breach Hill, and now, of four, a single dwarf returns. Dulgrin Truthseeker, making your way quietly up the road, slipping into the bushes so that no one can see the last leg of the journey. You come upon the camp and see a little bit more than expected. Not only is the Hell Knight having the proverbial turtle soup with a gaggle of goblins, but a robed figure sits beside him, too big for a goblin. There's more company for dinner. What do you do?
Do I recognize this figure?
He does seem familiar. Coming closer, not to the 60-foot point where everyone automatically sees you and encounter begins kind of thing, but coming closer, watching the man's movements and mannerisms. Ah, yes. The robes become far more distinctive. He's changed them a bit, little camo added, that type of thing, but the man's face, the top knot he wears, distinctly mark him as the half-elven druid. Mifrit, that's right. Do you approach? Do you stealthily stay in the bushes? I love 2nd edition stealth. I get to roll it. Look at that. Yes, no, maybe?
I'm going to watch and can I hear the conversation? You
can hear them talking, but with the goblins partying and souping and ran back and forth, it's not like a quiet conversation by a campfire. There's a dozen goblins here going.
I'm going to go the other route. I'm going to clear my throat loudly and hail them.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
I wouldn't say the man starts startled, but just trained. Soup bowl goes down. Alec rises to his feet. Hand seeks sword leaning, and head snaps in your direction. These humans with their crappy vision, even in twilight, it takes him a moment. With your low light vision, half-elven Mifrit, a dwarven figure clearly stands. You know this man, an aged dwarf, a town bard, a minstrel, who goes by the name of Dulgrin Truthseeker. He is completely obsessed with the town's lore, the town's founder, and rumor has it that he is one of a handful, there are a handful of people like yourself that are not happy with the town's origins, with a bunch of people like yourself that had lost their memory and just start it over from scratch?
I will slowly get to my feet and say to our newfound friend, "Easy, my friend." Raise my hand in greeting. Hail, Dulgrin.
It's been a long time, Mathis. Where you been hiding?
Oh, here and there and everywhere. Just been out on about.
Don't worry. I know the night too. Look closer, boy.
Ah, Dulgrin. He's trying out Dwarven and really doing bad job. He's like, do you actually, just out of curiosity, do you speak Dwarven, Mr. Meaford?
Ah,
Is that
I
what
do
your
not
language is?
believe that I do that. No, I do not think so.
Okay, then unfortunately I'm left with goblin tutors. So yeah, it's bad. It's okay. The look on your face makes him decide never to try that again. And the Parisian accent comes out. It's hey, yeah. It just goes back to a soup. Let the parents talk. Just go back to my soup.
Well, I pulled a seat on the log.
Okay.
To help myself to a bowl of the turtle soup because, well, I helped kill it. So
Yeah.
at least in spirit.
Now you got to wonder how palatable goblin cooking is. So maybe thank God that not only there's a human here, a little direction and keeping them from doing something crazy to it, that a herbalist, as it were, a man of the forest, a man that might have a few spices in a pouch, could really give this some edge, and in return for a couple bowls,
well, unbeknownst to most of you boys, I got an iron stomach. I can eat almost anything that ain't poison. So, good turtle soup regardless.
Doesn't make it taste any better, dude.
No, but I can. That's actually a feat that I took.
Oh, do tell.
I actually have the feat. Let me pull it up here for you.
Okay.
Where'd it go? But it allows me to minimize the damage of poisons.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to just food and stuff like that, I can eat almost anything. I'll paste it in later for you in the notes, but because I've pulled up the wrong copy of Dulgrin here.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, no, it's a great feat because it also takes you down one step on the poison recovery chart automatically, and if I critically save, I can still actually get up and fight, which is nice.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
From poison, yeah.
Right on.
That is actually very cool. Iron guts, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Right on.
Cool. So, like I said, turtle soup.
Conversation ensues. The goblins make merry. But there is one goblin among the others who's a little bit more serious. Now, Warble, our diplomat, has been returned, I believe. Helba, the chieftain, tries to set an example, always got her little chest puffed out, walking tall, trying to keep them from being too silly or causing too much damage, especially with guests here that just saved them. Helba herself, Dulgrin, comes over and greets you warmly, two-handed shake, please, our camp's your camp, that kind of thing, all the while, undetected, unknown to us, there's the monk disciples constantly doing push-ups. There's, our druids made friend with Bob and Ed. A couple of those guys,
they are
with the mirror game,
gentlemen.
right? But sitting quietly, blending in because he lost his helmet during the fire that happened at Breach Hill where the council hall burned down. An unsung hero, a man who quickly got flattened by a door and decided that he cannot do much to help with the stampede, but he could organize a bucket brigade. And by the time the dwarves and those past, may they always be remembered, as well as those saved, exited coughing and choking and dying the building, a bucket brigade was up and running and quelled most of the fire and kept it from spreading to other buildings, kept it from becoming a complete catastrophe. It is sad that lives were lost. Unfortunately, only now will I reveal that this lone hero had succumbed to smoke inhalation and passed out beside the building, losing his helmet. And being all cloak and helmet, perhaps the townsfolk, Maggie, thought he was a halfling or a dwarf or something, wasn't sure that he was, an actual goblin, found his helmet, proclaimed him dead, sung his praises to the town, and we will never know him. But it was he, this helmeted dude that got us on our feet and got us moving. And, thank you on some hero. There's now a shrine at the base of, the unknown hero with this helmet and everything. So now a regular looking goblin, in whatever armor he wears, is sitting, sulking, helmetless, eating turtle soup, watching.
You, little one, you look familiar. Oi, goblin.
As I 10 times say that you don't notice him.
Exactly.
No meta. Joe Gibson is in the house revising his role that he started in Simply Second Edition, and a little bit of cameo action before he settled into Niles the Cleric. But Niles isn't here. He's in the middle of a bar fight. So Ock, the Goblin Champion, is among the goblins. Mr. Ock, I'd like to know how you got here and what you're currently doing. Just hanging out with fellow goblins? Are you part of this clan? Do you plan to move on soon? It's certainly getting interesting with all these non-goblins popping up and discussing things.
Yeah, well, it is getting interesting, but yeah, it's just grabbing some grub and might be moving on.
Okay. Couldn't leave town
looking for adventure.
Yeah.
No, because I missed the Call of Heroes.
Yep.
So
and did something heroic, and by the time you were revived, a half-orc, now not the half-orc barbarian you were traveling with, but another half-orc had found you in that alley, nursed you back, got you back on your feet, as it were, told you that you were needed, and sort of sent you off, convinced you that you needed to go to the Citadel as soon as possible. And just kind of like, again, a mysterious figure just, left. Left you there to your devices. Days go by, you make your way out there, a little bit of re-gear, gonna miss that helmet, tried stealing it from the shrine a couple times, you kept getting caught. How dare you steal from the hero, slap. Oh, but it's mine. Nope, they're not having it. So your armor's intact, your armor class is intact, but that awesome helmet, sorry, it's lost to you. And here now you sit with the suspicious dwarf kind of like talking to everyone, making nice. He knows the Hell Knight, he knows the Druid, but he's watching the goblins. You see it. He's marking them with his eyes and a couple beard strokes. And when the head starts to come your way, is it blend stealth? Is it, give him the hairy eyeball? What are we doing here?
Are you trying to hide, Ock? That's my question. Like, are you trying to, you get your cowl up and stuff, or are you?
Nope.
Okay. Well, he came from out of town. He's not a town dweller. Like he recently, like I said, he was a Call of Heroes guy. Like you've never met him before, and he was a dude in a helmet.
Obvious. But is he obviously not one of the Bumble Brashers as well?
Well, I think the armor might give you away. I gotta say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Would you describe the champion properly for us, sir?
The champion, yeah, it's just typical goblin. So, normal size for a goblin, which is roughly 4.5 feet, 5 feet. I'm wearing studded leather armor with a tabard. With if you know any of your gods.
Religion?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob. Give us religion.
Before I
blurt it.
No, divulge the information.
You could describe the symbol. We'll trust the player not to meta. Yeah. What do you got?
But I'm not going to.
Okay. God forbid I should give you the guys. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, the goddess of Serenray.
Interesting.
And Serenray is the goddess of what, Mr. Truthseeker?
No, jeez, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've used this guy.
Rob?
Just a second. I got my notes here.
Because I'm trying to read my
I
notes.
believe Serenray is the goddess of beauty. Is she not?
She is the goddess of the healing flame, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that. So
yes, the goddess of the healing flame.
Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with Desna of butterflies and flappiness and all that stuff that drove her halfling.
Serenray is one of the most eldest of gods. She actually is. If I see there, I believe there's something with the Everlight.
Okay.
There we go. There it is. Sorry, I was looking at my notes there. The dawn flower, the healing flame, the everlight. Sarenrae is a goddess who teaches temperance and patience in all things. Compassion and peace are her greatest virtues, and if enemies of the faith can be redeemed, they should be.
I'm sorry. Of course, I'm getting her muddled. The Kadirian god, the iconic cleric worships her. The symbol is like a little
flame.
Looks like a little golden Oscar with arms spread out and a flame halo behind, almost looking like wings. God of the sun, praise the sun. Yep, goddess of the sun. I can't believe I missed that. Yeah, I've got so much Desna and other gods have been reading up on it. Just can't believe it. Yeah, sorry. Very popular with its Kadirian and Kelish origins and stuff. Very popular there, but it is around the world. So yeah, this little dude with a holy symbol, imprinted on a tabard, catches your eye, Dulgrin. Didn't know they had a cleric or some kind of holy man. Joe, let's talk about the champion. That's a new class, yes. Or is it?
No, it's just a reversion of what used to be a paladin.
Okay, and so what's the major difference in your champion versus to a paladin? Can you tell us?
My champion is a liberator.
Okay.
Which pretty much respect the choices of others, protect everybody.
Yeah.
Type thing. So with the classes now being changed, is you get special abilities and all that type of neat stuff. Sort of like every other class, it's been slightly changed. The main thing for the liberator is that you get to help an ally if they're taking damage or being grabbed or anything like that in combat, to restrict their movement. So it's adding quite a different dimension towards a paladin. It's more like a video game.
Well, I know the first thing you're allowed to be as a liberator is you can be like chaotic good instead of like lawful good.
Yes, that's for a liberator, instead of being the old paladin way where you have to be lawful good or lawful evil if you want to be an anti-paladin. It's now based on what alignment you choose is what type of champion you are.
That's cool. And I've put a little note in the chat here, in the Zoom chat for you gentlemen, Rob. Dwarf meets goblin, goblin sees dwarf. Are we starting the running across the field music? Da da da, da, or what's going on? That's going. How's this going to go down, guys? He's enjoying his soup. So am I. What are we doing here?
Okay, I'm like I said, I sit down. I just kind of look, and I'll wait for him to make the first move.
Okay. But unfortunately, his appearance in the town was not noted by the party or yourself. They kept crossing paths and yet not.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, he just kind of, I guess, now you have him a good look over. He just kind of stand out. Probably the other thing that would make him stand out, so that there's no, rhetorical from the fans going, how did you let, right? Other goblins would be talking to him, asking him questions,
And the tabard. Definitely.
Yeah, like I mentioned the tabard already, but he's flanked by goblins that are like not eating, going blah blah, like asking him 100 questions, right? About the road.
Well, I just file in the back of my head that he worships Sarenrae, so it gives me a general mark of his character, no matter what.
Yep.
And I'll just file it away under good to know and see what he does.
He's a very tan goblin. A lot of times sunbathing, right?
Like the outdoors instead of underground. Yes.
Yep. Not that he's doing that new fad where it's ankles to the sky and you absorb sunlight, get energy. No, not getting into that. So a few mysterious figures have come out of the woods. Mysterious goblin, mysterious druid, whose every other word is interesting. I was listening to the playback. And even our mysterious goblin met someone mysterious in the alley who revived him and went, "Go east, young man," and shove, that kind of thing. Twilight, dinner becomes evening, becomes a couple of campfires, a main one here in front of the log with the humans and everything, and a couple of little ones because, goblins and fire. Yeah, there's lots of bushes going up tonight. We're clearing the area. Whoosh, Landing planes and satellites can see us. All of the fires everywhere, right? Luckily, though, it's in an open area that, as long as we keep an eye on them, it's not going to like spread to nearby forest or, and like I said, these are second edition goblins. They're not crazed pyromaniac first edition little dudes. They want to become citizens. They use their fire respectively. They met Smokey the Bear. They caged him, made him insane, and he's the mascot. Remember they mentioned the bear, the cave bear that they caught? Please save our bear if you go down there, right? Now, the dwarves that have left, I believe Elbrick, Stonechecker, has the official crude map that, though even Dulgrin could look at. It's very basic. It just shows a layout of rooms that look like a hallway with ribs coming off of it. A lot of the rooms are just long little hallways with nibs on the end. It almost looks like the spine of a fish with a big room on the back like a head. Like, it's just very simple. They even wrote, looks like a fish. It's strange. And apparently, there's the door. So the question is, gentlemen, are we getting a night's rest and waiting for the dawn to head in underground? Or is it really relevant because, there's no sunlight down there anyway? Let's assume that Alec was waiting for the return of the dwarves, but he just sort of tagged along with the party saying personal business. And, if there's enough of you around together, he, might even mention, gentlemen, shall we, a little reconnaissance into the next level? I am full of soup and making bad decisions. I think we should, perhaps a little foray, a little scouting mission. What could it hurt?
Well, if you're heading to that door, I'm going with you.
Excellent.
Adventure is always good.
I just quietly stand up and lean on my staff.
Excellent. As we stand, coming out of nowhere, like an ominous sign is like the decision has been made and we're about to march, right? Coming out of the woodlit shadows and standing in the flickering campfire light, a large figure reveals itself. Jared.
I'm telling you, Maggie, it's this way. Stop listening to what Sarah has to tell you. She never could tell which end of a branch to burn if her life depended on it.
He's carrying a...
I don't
Sorry.
care. I don't care if I smell like smoke. You know you like it. Stop it.
He's carrying a small candelabra with 3 candles. One's burnt down and not lit. The other 2 are lit and the flames flicker, and he's talking to them. And approaches you guys at your firelight.
I'm literally like the patchwork quilt of like smudges and burnt patches across my entire robe. There doesn't seem to be a spot on me that doesn't have some type of soot or look, but yeah, it's kind of like he can't see past his nose because he's too infatuated with the flames in his hands.
And what is he? What do we see?
He is a half orc. He is fairly tall for a half orc, but he hunches. He's kind of like he's almost like afraid to fully stand up to his full height. His walking stick, much like his rest of him, looks like it's kind of like a rib out of a ceiling somewhere, that out of a burnt home. And he seems still like Jeff pointed out, the GM pointed out, I feel more comfortable talking to flames and smoke than I do other people.
Sorry, yeah, he's got this massive walking stick, and out the front, it's like a wall-mounted candelabra. There's like that hook curved bottom that's mounted into like, eye height of the stick, and sticking out is a little you know what I mean? So he wields this all in one hand. He's got this stick, and it's got the little candelabra sticking out of it, and there's the 3 candles, 2 are flickering, and he's arguing with his stick and the candles, and reveals himself.
Yes. And the only other big thing that you would notice is that his pack seems to be bulging with torches.
Yep.
Unlit torches, but torches.
A moment of silence as we take the newcomer in, and then you just see Alec go over and like kick over his soup, like, no more soup. This shit's getting weird. Tips out a soup bowl like, nope, not having any more of that.
I heartily bleeds the soup, Alec.
This is not the half-orc that the druid and the dwarf knows. You know a brisk barbarian who comes and goes. This is someone entirely different. Ock, however, unfortunately for you, the soot-covered face and the candelabra unmistakably mark him as the man that helped you in the alley. At first, you thought he was a fire victim because he was covered in soot and everything, but maybe he is and just never bothered cleaning himself up after.
Possibly.
But you do know him. And I'm assuming, the party starts and bristles, and, as I'm going for my big sword, I kick over my bowl of soup. Nope. No.
Shiki.
Apparently he named you too.
I can read his character sheet.
Shecky.
What? Is that you, Lords of Flame? Do you want something of me again? You told me I could burn that town down. I did what you asked. I promise.
Down here.
I gotta say, I like the voice you gave me the first time off the air, where you stuck out your teeth and kind of gave it a Sean Connery hork. He was like, I was sophisticated. I love what you're doing, but I'm just saying,
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Where's the flames?
Oh my!
We went from Sean Connery to the flappy head Canadians from South Park, but that's okay.
We're not far enough north for you.
Oh no, sorry. You're right. Far be it from me from meddling with characters. It's all you, Jared. Whatever you want to do. But I just had to hear that one more time. Sorry. Ock recognizes him, comes forward, calls him Shiki.
Sheki. Sheki.
And he goes off on a and he goes off on a tangent. Like he's having
nearsighted.
Like he's having a stroke. Did the lights go out? Dwarf, half-elf, human, all standing there stunned. Sheki? What do you do?
Hello?
Down
come
here.
Closer.
Don't worry.
I can't see you.
Half-orcs do have dark vision in this world.
Yes.
Poke him in the knee.
Are you...
Down here.
Oh, there you are, little friend. What are you doing down there? I don't know, Maggie. Stop asking me stupid questions. You look familiar. Did I burn down your town?
Maybe.
The true arsonist revealed.
Where the hell we got the wrong guy?
I told you, Calmont was. Yeah, remember all that shit.
Calmont is innocent.
Calmont is. He was not provoked. What was the angle they were going for? Calmont was
Possessed.
Possessed or coerced into. Now this crazy firemonger dude comes out of Sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine. Just avoid town. Moving on.
Well, except for me, that just makes me even more paranoid.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. Keep going.
Maybe the council wasn't wrong.
You can't.
Hold on, little one. Hold on a second. I need to ask the divines if I'm in the right place. They said I needed to be around here, but there's not enough smoke to be right. Hold on a second. Guidance.
Alec nudges the dwarf. Is like, I think he's inhaled too much of it already. Huh?
Stop telling me I'm in the right place. This can't be it. Do you want me to start a fire here? Fellows, do you know if there's a fire that needs to be started here? They're telling me I'm in the right place.
All the goblins. Yeah, fire! Make the fire bigger. Welcome. Right over here. Here's a bush we haven't scorched yet. Oh, yeah. The goblins go nuts. They love him.
Okay. Produce flame.
Okay. Sword up. What are you guys doing? He goes to spellcasting, man. Alec, the sword goes up.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Okay, I'm not worrying. Are you worrying?
Sorry.
Do you vouch for this madman, Ock?
This madman rescued me.
Fair enough, that earns him at least a seat at the table.
He was the one who found me at Breach Hill.
You are lost.
After a great fire, which it looks like he was involved in.
Aye, you do need to regale me with that story at a later time. Right now, we need to be off.
Yes, well, sir, we were about to explore the mountain, as it were. You're welcome to stay here. He's kind of passing the vote like, maybe crazy guy should stay with goblins and eat soup, you know. Guy we met 30 seconds, yes, come and you can watch our back. I just can't see that, you know.
No, sit at the table. Sit down. Have something to
like I
eat.
said, the NPC is just implying, yeah, cool, yeah, have soup, you know.
Yeah.
We'll go this way, but that's just one
We
man's
understand
opinion.
each other. We understand each other.
Yeah, that's just one man's opinion. What say the rest of you?
He was the man who told me to come here.
I was?
Direction.
Must have been one of my more coherent times.
Dude, you were
You
not
have those boy.
you're not selling join the party.
No.
But I'm
crazy man
supposed
with
to
the
be
fire.
here. The Lords of Fire tell me I'm supposed to be here. So I'm
Who the
here.
hell are the bloody lords of fire you're talking about?
You know, Lords of Fire. The Plane of Elementals. Lords of Fire. Big Bernie guys.
I kind of look at everybody else.
Well, you're in luck. I will educate you. Let me get my books out.
Pull up a stool.
Yeah. Dude, guy pulls up a log. Everyone's looking at everybody.
Where was that
Everybody
book?
just sits back down. Okay.
No, I take Alec and I start heading away.
Oh, all right.
I just kind of tap Alec.
I hear you, Lords. Follow him? Okay.
Nice.
Hold on. I'm coming.
Considering he did that without blinking an eye, buddy, you just got a hero point.
The goblins, I believe they were armed with spears.
The goblins?
Yes, you said the goblins had spears, I believe. I presume would be picketed now.
I've never mentioned a goblin weapon. There was a knife once to a
So
goblin.
I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh,
Do the goblins
they probably have
spears and
little
stuff?
javelins, homebrew, and some dog slicers. You know?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
And they'd be over to picket. I make sure I swing by that and grab a couple. I'm not going to ask. I'm going to go take a couple on my way out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these would be considered shoddy javelins. Just
Well, it's better than the nothing I've got right now since that
No.
freaking crossbow gave up.
did you sell it? Or did you break it?
Oh,
I threw it away in disgust because I missed every single shot with that crossbow.
Oh,
Don't you remember? I'm like, I'm
Oh
done
no,
with
no,
crossbow.
I just don't remember its fate.
Oh.
I remember that.
It's,
Yeah.
2 rooms.
So
for
let me
eternal
tell
soup.
you about the City of Brass.
Or you could keep your bloody mouth shut.
You know, you sound like Esmeralda. Let me get that torch out. She would love you.
He starts.
Produce flame. There you go. Have Esmeralda. You need it, friend. You need it.
As I lean in to get the torch, I blow it as candles.
What? What
Like I
is
take the torch
Esmeralda?
and-
Hang on a second. The audience is not ahead of us here. They're actually far. We're leading them
Esmeralda
behind.
is a beautiful torch he just gave me.
He never said that.
Yeah,
He just said,
yes,
he
it
just- he
is.
said,
I
let me get
pulled a
Esmeralda."
torch out
Okay.
and I
Then you lit it.
lit it with produce flame
Yeah.
cantrip.
Yeah.
And handed him over. I said, "Here's Esmeralda."
Yes,
so
but
I
you-
take it. I lean in to get Esmeralda, and I blow it as candles.
Murder.
And snuff Esmeralda out.
Murder. Straight up murder.
None of us, not one of us needs light. That's like put the freaking fires out.
I don't know what you're saying, but I can only see like 30 feet in front of me. It's all the smoke and flames.
Yeah, Alex,
Mm.
the human
That's
leans in.
boring.
I can't see shit.
I've never really worried about your poor human eyesight to this point, Alec. You don't need to come into play now. Follow us.
in the dark.
Carry a torch.
Yeah.
I know. You want the princess. Here. Produce flame. Have the princess.
He leans over. What did you call me?
Not you, young lady. It's okay. I'm talking about the torch. Princess of Flame.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Which he gives to Alec.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So Alec puts his great sword on his back and now is holding a torch with like 2 fingers. Like he doesn't really want to grasp the princess in case, there's, I don't know.
Don't worry. It's not like the frog princess.
There's a lawsuit in the making if he grabs the princess wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
She won't bite. It's not Thursday.
The guy is like completely just one eyebrow way up into his awesome dark wavy hair, and just looking around at you guys like, am I the only one listening to, like, you just can't believe you guys are all just like, yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Do you not understand common?
Yeah. He's standing there, princess in hand. The half orc did manage to get him to put his sword away, and I have a light source. I'm standing there. He's standing there completely flabbergasted. What are you guys doing?
I take Alec aside. Alec, he's obviously balmy, but he's also convinced himself he needs to come along. Do you wish to leave him behind with the goblins or take him into the dungeon where something bad could happen to him?
Are you implying we should use him as some sort of meat shield?
Or if you happen to sneak up behind him and the swing hits an unfamiliar person.
He brings himself to full height. As an armature and a future Hell Knight, I would not besmirch my armor. For now, I will forget you made that suggestion, and he just kind of stomps off towards the secret door.
So you'll not watch our backs then, Alec?
No, I will lead you. And he goes right to the wall, and then just can't find the secret door.
I actually have that skill.
I know it's here somewhere.
Yeah.
Dungeoneering with a 21.
Big moment, and then it ends when he hits the wall, and he just starts using the torchlight to try to find where was that?
I walk over and I like where they told me it was, and with the 21, do I find it?
Yep.
I hit the switch and open the door.
Okay. So
is it actually? This is very important. Is it a switch? Then the door pops open. Does it need to be rolled to the side?
No, it's yeah.
That's exactly what I'm asking. So
it's like the old push stone. You just kind of like, heave the rock, heave the rock back, slide in sideways, heave the rock forward again. It's like a plug.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
It's like
no mechanism now.
Not really, no.
It's a yes or a no. Because there's a mechanism, I'm going to break it. Which is why I ask. We'll come in. I'll break the mechanism so that you can't.
So we're sealed in here.
Somebody can come in behind it.
So we're sealed in.
I can fix it as well. I can also fix it as well. I can go both ways.
Oh, okay.
Disable the mechanism and fix it when I come back. That's my plan.
I would say that you could enter and you could probably jam it with something heavy, like other big rocks from the inside or whatever, so people just can't come in. But it's not.
That's what the javelins were for.
Okay.
I use the javelins to wedge it shut. If everybody comes in, I do apologize. I should not assume everybody followed us in.
Yeah, he goes in, just shuts the door in your face, and you just hear tapping.
I'm just following along quietly, paying attention, off to my own little self.
Okay.
So the marching order would be Alec.
Well, hang on a second. Back to the campfire, okay? We're all discussing stuff back and forth, crazy fire guys having this thing, and then Dulgrin, like you said, pulls Alec aside for a moment. They seem to suddenly have an argument. Alec goes stomping off towards a rock. The dwarf immediately follows. That leaves 3 in the camp. Half elf druid decides to wander over to the rock, right? Follow the guys you know. Mifrit?
I'm going to follow the guys that I know.
Right. So back to the campfire, we have Auk, who knows Sheki, and the 2 of them are left alone. Well, those guys are obviously, heading off and rummaging around at a rock. What are you 2 doing?
Well, your friends are interesting. Esmeralda really likes you.
But those are your friends. Not Orc friends.
He has Princess. I have Esmeralda.
I'm sorry. They both sound alike. They're
them up, because-
sisters.
They don't all look alike, my friend.
Maybe to you. He needs his eyes checked, don't they?
Dwarf.
You got any good toes on you? I'm kind of hungry.
Other one.
Oh my.
Shall we?
They're making fun of a really bad playtest we played back in the day, where actually the only person with real character was Joe playing his
Squee.
Yeah, it was playing as a goblin.
Another
right?
goblin.
The other goblin, my cousin, right? The other goblin.
What shall we follow?
Lead on. Yes, I'm going. Be quiet.
Waddle, let's go follow.
All right.
I look casually over my shoulder and look at this guy and think to myself, do I really want him behind me? I think I'm going to just sort of fall to the back of the party, because I'm not sure I like this candle guy behind me.
He's already given wood to 2 of the players.
Oh, that's funny. And this is why Campbell's does not carry turtle soup, because I kicked over my soup and we never offered this flavor to Campbell.
They have no idea what they're missing.
Yep, but I'm chum. Yep. All right. So, with a quick little adjustment here on the party sheet.
Sure.
We're going to. So while he's wrestling with the door and getting it in, right? So back to Dulgrin, you've got it open, and you're waiting for people to come in, right?
I look back. If they're obviously coming, I'll wait till I close it.
Yeah, they're they are one way or t'other, as it were.
Okay.
First in is Alec with his torch princess, and
Then
he strides by you, but he does turn and say thank you, because if you found the door for him, and he marches in 10 odd feet, stops and just holds the torch out, looking into the darkness, and waits for the rest of you guys. Next we have, it was Mifrit, but now Mifrit's kind of gliding around the door, and Auk and Sheki come in, because now you're having second thoughts about being at the front there, Auk. I mean, sorry. All these new characters in my head.
Yes, I'm having some second thoughts about Candle Dude being behind me.
It's having second thoughts about being asked to be in a podcast.
No, not at all. I'll get there.
These guys aren't, this wasn't what I
He doesn't trust you, Shecky.
Yeah, it wasn't what, this wasn't what I was expecting at all. Okay. So, I got my party sheet in order. It's time for a brand new virgin map, gentlemen. That's right. We're going underground. Underground.
Is it dark down there?
Oh, yes.
I'm afraid of the dark.
Oh, yes. This
Stick
wide.
close to the fire guy.
I don't like the fire guy. He's weird.
You get one or the other. which scares you more.
And now for cue the ominous description. Okay. So, before you, gentlemen, we see a 25-ish foot hall, 5 feet wide, of cut, and this is cut hewn stone. Dulgrin, our dwarven stone expert, will see through your eyes, as it were. Illuminated by torchlight, but our infravision is still black and white, yeah? I mean,
Oh,
dark vision.
low light vision, dark
Yeah.
vision. Yeah, dark vision. Still
Black and white. But he is providing light, illuminates the entire hallway. No writing on the walls, nothing remarkable about the floor, but it's just a shaft. It's a hallway, and it just ends. And now Alec is standing at a wall, looking at it. Behind him, Dulgrin. Behind him, Auk. Behind him, Sheki can move up because the druid is hanging at the back. Now, Dulgrin, did you want to double back and secure that door as you were talking earlier?
No, as soon as they were done coming in, I was going to make sure it was secured.
Okay, so while you're back there playing with the door,
Thank you.
the rest of you guys are free to move about the hallway. And like I said, the Hell Knight's come up and just kind of stopped, and he's just kind of inspecting the wall, looking around. Well, that was anticlimactic. It's just a hallway. What do you guys want to do? Dulgrin's playing with the,
Cast detect magic.
Okay. Anyone else?
Light. I'll cast a cantrip of light.
In the air, on an object?
Back
On-
of Alec's head.
Where's that little fuzzy dwarf who blew out my candles?
He's behind you playing with the
All right,
door.
he had a boy. You got a problem? I turn around.
I cast it right over his head, but like right in the back, right where you can't really see, but you know something's there, like right there. So he's got like a halo over his head.
But if you, like I said, if
Slightly-
you attach it to him, he gets a saving throw. If you just stick it over his
Okay.
head like there's a halo,
I can-
he moves, it's going to stay there in the air.
I'm attaching it to him. No, he gets a save.
I'm
let
assuming,
me-
Joe, help me out on this.
Right.
Yes.
P-
No,
the-
you're right.
The PvP was inevitable. Now we're just starting with light bombs, but okay.
What does that fall under for save?
Casting target duration, traits, traditions, touch. If you can cast a spell against, or yeah, so he's right behind me. So I'm like tapping him on the back of the head, kind of like a Gibbs move, and casting the spell. What are you doing back here? Slap.
I love it.
What does he get for?
Again on the second object if you light spell.
Is it reflex save?
I guess that's what you could go off of. It doesn't really say. It just says I have to be able to touch it.
Then there is no save.
There should be something about a person. What about using
Range
it for
touch.
combat to like put it in somebody's?
No.
It doesn't have any combat effect.
Oh,
on
if it's
this,
a ranged
really.
touch, you actually have to make a touch attack.
It's
Yeah.
not range. It just says touch. Under range, it says touch.
Okay, but if they don't
And-
talk about a
and-
saving throw, then I would go with an actual.
Okay.
But I can't see him. I'm busy. I'm like.
He called you out, and you turned around and went, "What of it?"
Yeah.
All right, so
I just turned my head. But what do you
Yes. I was like, "What are you doing back here?" And I just kind of like slap him upside the head on the
want?
back. of
Security
the head,
in the
like,
door.
You're doing it wrong.
Did you just touch my head?
Molly says you're doing it wrong, and I point at the torch
Alec.
that I'm holding in my other hand.
Alec.
I'm getting there. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say if all outs, I would have maybe a fort save for this, but
My computer's just a little slow right now. Kind of bogged down.
well, you know what we could do.
I'm just pulling it up so I can.
I can just let me see if it gives anything.
Oh, one sec.
Light.
One sec. Go ahead.
Okay, I found it. So light. Range of touch. Target is one unattended or non-magical object of one bulk or less. That's why there's no save, because it has to be unattended.
So if it's on someone's person,
Okay.
though,
That's attended. You can't do it.
Okay.
It's ineligible.
so it'll shift to his
not work.
you get the effect for a laugh.
It,
but
it
as soon
won't
as,
even.
yes.
It won't even shift. Yeah,
Yeah.
it won't work.
Oh, okay.
So
I kind of look at my hand like it betrayed me.
But the cool part about that little spell,
Sorry. You know where my mind was right to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's like, I love you, Xander. I'll never leave you. You know, and it's like, you betrayed me. Sorry.
yeah. But the cool part about the lovely little light spell is that the duration is until the next time you make your daily preparations for a cantrip, so it lasts all day.
Or until you cast it again, I think, if I'm reading this right.
That's
Oh.
only if you cast it onto a second object.
Ah, okay.
But if you cast it on a torch, that torch is good until tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Which
is a lot
actually, a
than it
better
used
way
to
to
be.
use it is cast on a rock and put it inside a lantern. It's the best way to use it, I thought.
Or take off somebody's helmet, cast it on the helmet, then put the helmet back on.
Well, arguably, as soon as you put it back on, would it not affect the spell?
No, because it's already on. So
He handed off the object, went go nuts. It's unattended. Here you go. Now we have a lit thing, just like a rock, put on his head. Yeah, I see. But the helmet would shed light on the inside as well. So, anyway,
Okay.
I'm good
Yeah,
with my
20
torch
degrees.
right now. And sword comes out, and I drop this. We could worry about that later. But okay, so a bit bogged down in the shenanigans, but sorry. Anyway, Auk and Monsieur Druid. Anything you guys want to do? Like I said, Alec is just kind of standing here looking at the wall.
go forward. Poke him in the butt.
And
Go.
how did my detect magic go?
Besides items that you would sense on the people, are low-level selves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The area itself does not radiate magic.
Thank you, sir. Do we have enough light going on? Do I need to cast a light, produce flame, something?
Considering it's a narrow 20-foot hallway and I got a torch that illuminates, besides the fact it's romantic torchlight,
Ooh, ambiance.
and then there's some light flickering going on. Yes, no, my hand betrayed me behind us.
All this
It's up
talk
to you.
of wood and romantic lighting.
Yeah, I know. Eh?
Good thing I'm in the back.
I move back to the. I'll move to the front of the party if nobody else does in the next 20 seconds because I actually have the skill, and I will see if I can find a hidden door.
Okay. So Alex here making perception, in case that wasn't already obvious, and hasn't found anything. It's kind of tight at the front. I could put two guys in here, but anyway, if you want to come up,
Push them out of my way. Okay, that's the way we are now.
yeah, no, that's fine. Back up you go. Squeeze me, right? Oh, now I'm standing on you.
Alec,
Yeah.
don't be touching me, dinner.
No,
Don't
if
tease
you
me with
come
a
up,
good
give them a
time.
shove. It's like, okay, we're back to that. Huh?
I need a little space here. Let me take a look.
Step,
No, it's a bloody wall
a
with a 9.
a step back on the goblin. Oops, sorry.
Can I'm going to pray to the Lords of Fire for guidance for our stubby little friend out front in finding this door. Is so long as he doesn't find it too unhelpful, he will get a +1 bonus on his skill check.
Okay, I'll try again. With the 21. 22, actually, now. Oh, there it was. I must have just missed it when I was looking the first time.
Thank you, Lords of Flame.
I'll tell you who's flaming in this room.
And the party is stuck by a door.
Wow.
The dwarves catch up to us. The real party is here. Cameo's done.
yeah.
Well, we opened it for you. All right, let me do a little bit of revealio here on the map, and then
I like Revelio.
then we'll discuss the actual location. So I'm just double checking for the video here that we can see. Oops.
And again, I ask, is there a mechanism or is it just a sliding door?
This here is a little bit more than a plug. It's a wall. It's not as thick. And yes,
Okay.
there's an actual mechanism, the proverbial stone that you push on the side wall. And then this entire
I'm
wall
going to see if I can. I'm going to
shifts.
see if I can disable it. I'm going to see if I can disable it.
Okay. So you want to jam it? You want to
Is-
jam it open?
Yep. Is 11 enough to disable it?
No.
That's what I said. So now it just comes into how long it's going to take me.
Well, he's playing with this door. Alec.
Yep.
Alec moves in.
I'll be there for the next 2 minutes at least.
All right. You guys head on in here.
By all means.
Okay. Be free to move your guy, the proverbial, just into the room, and I will hit you with the law description.
Oh,
Get off me!
you said move into the room. I moved in.
This guy walks right under my legs. No, you can be up front. Go ahead. I can see over you. I can swing over you.
But you can't stand in the wall.
Yeah.
There you go.
I want to stand in the wall.
Then you need a whole different spell class.
You guys are no fun.
It melded in the stone. Mwah. This wide, empty stone hallway is oppressive and dark. To the east, the hall ends, and 3 separate open doorways, while 6 additional corridors branch off to the north and 3 to the south. Sorry, it's 3 and 3. A mass of rubble spills out of a clogged archway in the northeastern portion of the room. Immediately, just the framework of the stonework, Dulgrin, you would hazard a guess. Can I have an intelligence check or an engineering check?
Or my dungeoneering check.
Yep, that's fine. Yep.
Natural 20 plus 4 for a 24.
5 silver says that pile of rubble is the stairway that got clogged at the goblins, where the Noposaurus number 2 was, you know what I mean?
Ah, where the Noposaurus was. I know where that.
That's probably the way
I know
up.
where we are.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in a room.
No. I'll give them a brief description of where we are in regards to Citidel Alterien. I will take the time to go, boys, the stairs there, they were clogged out where we fought the Noposaurus. Should have been there.
Yeah, Noposaurus.
I didn't do a damn thing. That's when my crossbow gave up. It's cursed. But up there, this is, like I said, I just do a rough, idea of where we are versus Citidel Alterien. So they know where we are.
Okay.
So, a lot of information in 2 seconds.
Absolutely.
And I thought that guy was the crazy one.
No, do you remember where they get the turtle maker?
Matilda, shut up. I know he likes to talk a lot.
You know the turtle soup you're eating.
I do?
Aye, 2 rooms over and 1 down. And that's where we are in regards to Citidel Alterien. If you went inside, that is. If you did not go inside, the description's not going to help you at all. If we were to clear this stairwell, we come up in the courtyard inside the battlements.
What shall we do?
Well, there's no need to go up there. We've already killed all the monsters up there.
That's boring. Let's stay here.
Devon, open the door. Oh shit, there's not Devon. Oh, but crap.
Can I
My usual cannon fodder is not here. Alec. Door number 1.
Can I have a perception check while you guys are muttering and cursing?
Natural 20 plus 7.
Okay.
I got a 13 plus 7 for a 20.
I am too busy talking to my flames to notice the heebie-jeebies that are going on down further the hallway.
The heebie-jeebies.
You're probably asking what that rubble is, because if you haven't cleared your curse, you can't even see it.
Well, I haven't cast that spell. So my vision's good.
Okay, that's why I just keep.
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I double checked. I reread.
Okay.
I don't start with it, but yes.
Good. That's what I just want to make sure.
Sorry. So Dulgrin at 27. Ak, what did you get?
16.
Okay. And Mifrit got a 20.
A 20.
And Shecky?
Like I said, I'm dazzled by my lights. It's a 7.
Okay.
Dazzled. Look at it.
All right. Dulgrin, Mifrit,
Aye.
Ak, everyone except for Shecky, who's blinded by the light, as it were.
Blinded by the light. Good thing
A
this isn't karaoke.
grumbling shift and a caw from all the way down the end of the hallway draws your attention. And we see what appears to be 2 rather large, I mean, these things are like 5 feet long, birds of immaculately, overly colored, bright, every palette of the artist you've ever seen plumage, large beaks, and a very long quadrad of long whip-like tail feathers. And they emerge from the corners of the darkness of the room, as it were, regarding you, and they don't look happy. Can I start with Dulgrin?
What do you need?
What do you want to do? You're up, 27. In that frozen moment of time, what's your first action? You one initiative from the perception. Because we don't roll for initiative anymore in second edition. You go with the whatever. So you
take cover. I'm going to go to there.
Okay. Now you said something about taking 2 minutes. So let's back you up to the door. We came in. We started talking, right?
How long did it take? That's the question.
So I think this would start up. Things would start, and you can see and you can hear, and these guys are moving around in the entranceway. I just want to start your mini in the square with just outside the room.
No problem.
You know what I mean? So it's like you're here.
I draw knives.
Okay. This is also before you. I'll give you the door. 2 minutes. There's that kind of we quietly came in, and we start harsh whispering, then they start arguing, and whatever's down here kind of wakes up and is disturbed. 120 seconds. It's not bad. So yeah. So anyway, you're literally, what are you doing to jam this door? You got tools in your hands.
Oh no! What I do is, like I said, once we've got the door mechanism disabled, I just drop my tools and pull my knives. With what?
Do we need tools for these skills, Joe?
Just a knife or a dagger. That's why I said, how complex is the mechanism?
Pretty complex. It's the proverbial, push the stone and the thing moves. It's all internal.
Well, then I break it the old-fashioned way to put a dagger in there and twist and turn until something goes snap.
Like your dagger?
Well, hey, yes, no, even that'll work too. If the dagger breaks off, it's still not going to lock behind us.
Yeah, you can wedge the stone, or you could try to pry the keystone or something. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So you're practically just at this point, and short a dagger, and then. Boom, noise, cacaw,
spider sense.
These things pop up. So,
in which case, like I said, I need to take cover.
Medium animal.
I go over here to take cover then, if that's the case.
Medium animal.
Okay.
Just enough so I can still look out. That's why.
Okay, so I
just want to be able to see them.
Running into the room, 15 feet beyond, heading south 5 feet, and taking the first hallway that's slanted on a 45 degrees on your right on the south side.
Come into the room when I see the bright birds. I head to the right and hide in the first doorway.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to lay these things down.
All good.
Now, again, usually, like I said, I like Devon Knight's minis, but in this case, a pog, because these are a unique animal, as it were, or a little bit different for the territory, I'm going to go with the pog because it's a nice shot of the animal. You can see the crown of red orange, the large beak, the pale turquoise blue sort of shawl length feather plumage, then getting much darker green for the base, and the red like plumage feathers that whip around sort of like with a life of their own. Dulgrin comes in, does the whoop stride, and you've got 3 actions. So first thing's been movement.
Yes.
You can move through friendlies for free. It's 5, 10, 15, 20 odd, And then what, you're trying to do stealth?
No, I'm not trying to be stealthy. There's no point they can see me.
No, I mean like it's stealth at this point. You want to you said if you go down that hallway, you're out of view and could possibly activate some kind of stealth because there's hidden, unseen, undetected, all those different levels. You're in the middle with the unseen, but you know what I'm saying? Are you sitting there half in using the wall to peek, or are you just out of sight?
Yes.
Okay.
No, just enough where I can peek, where I've got cover in case there's something going on. I can dive out of the way. That's what I saved my last action for.
Well, you've already acted in the round. I don't think you can split up a round.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that I won't do anything until the attack is what I'm saying, Jeff.
Okay.
I'm going to hold back on any attack.
You want to use some actions to ready an action? Joe, how many actions do you have to burn to ready an action? Just one?
Just one. But because you change your initiative to whatever the action is. So if you state, I'm going to wait until Bob comes forward, then you burn your action until that. If that doesn't happen, then you change your initiative to last.
Yeah, so something comes flying his way, whether through the air or these creatures themselves, that is his trigger and he deeks.
Yeah, if it doesn't happen, then he automatically moves to bottom.
Okay.
Bottom of initiative.
Okay.
Which is good and bad depending on how you like to do tactics. So
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. So, Mefrit is up. Now, Mefrit, something really cool in this game. You get 3 actions. So 3 action economy, right? You need simple actions like I burn an action to get my shield up, or I draw my weapon. Now, you guys are walking around with the proverbial stick out, so you have your, quarterstaff in hand already?
Yes, my quarterstaff.
Okay. You can burn an action to make a recall check, which is really neat because you can basically index your library in your brain and go, what am I looking at? Try to see if you have possibly a skill that can ID the creature. And depending on your role, I can give you information about these creatures, vulnerabilities, weaknesses, something, if you like. And it only costs you 1 action. Or if you have something else in mind, readying a spell, that takes several actions. Every action is a chevron, is an arrow to the right marked on your sheet. Some spells take 1, some spells take 2 or 3. Attacking takes 1. You can do double attacks. Off you go. So you just detected magic. That's done. You come in the room. Everyone's arguing, and then these creatures, these huge freaking birds, peacocks from hell, pop up at the end of the room, and they look mad. And I can tell you, just as a druid, their stance, their actions, they look territorial. That makes sense?
Yes.
Their demeanor acts like we've disturbed them and they're being territorial. That, just because you're a druid and familiar with all walks of creatures, I'll give you for free. But you want to know specifically about these birds or anything, recall. Anyway, what do you wish to do?
Let's try a lore check.
All right.
I should be able to do that and pull something being a druid, I would think.
Oh, yes.
Maybe not with that. Not with my tree with a +5 for an 8. So I don't think I'm going to get much out of that. But let's see. What do I get with my 8?
It's a big bird.
It is an avian creature. It you can tell again by its wild plumage. It seems just like the turtle. It seems out of place here. You've never heard of an underground dwelling creature that's an avian creature that would have this plumage and need this wingspan. Like, it's out of place. This much you can tell. But beyond that,
don't know.
It's okay. It's not like anyone's like shoving you, going, "You're the druid. Talk to them." Everyone's like, adrenaline's kicking in. I know. What will we do?
I should have something that will allow me to use my druid skills with animals to do something.
Well, I gotta say, at this point, it's on. These things are, look aggressive. Cue the battle music, and away we go. So while we'll pause time for you, okay? You're going. Alec is on deck. Okay. Now I am the light source, and a torch in this game gives me 20 feet, 40 feet, Joe. 20 feet. So I can't even see them. I got 20 feet of light, maybe 40 of dark, of like dim, and then nothing. So he's standing there and he just like hears something stirring. So Alec is just holding, the torch and wants to see, he's like, what is that sound? And holds. Ock, what do you wish to do? You are now on deck. Mifrit's getting shit together.
Yep, I wish to look left or right or north or south, depending on how you want to look at this map.
Okay.
For these hallways, are they hallways or do they continue on?
They are 5-foot hallways that do exactly that. At a glance, they are both angled away from you. So since you are facing east, they slant towards the east on like a 45, and they go about 15 feet, and then the one on your left turns north and seems to continue. The one on your right, at a glance, you can't see where it goes, but it indicates it's the same.
Okay. So I will wish to, when it's my turn, it's just to stride a little further. And yell to my comrades to get ready.
Okay. So, Mifrid, I've stalled as much as I can.
Absolutely.
Oh, have you got some for me, or are you just spend the round deciding? What do you got?
Can I move to here and perform a nature check?
So here being 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet stride forward, yes?
I would like to stride 25. I'm going to perform a nature check to see if I can take some control.
Oh, the command animal bit?
Yes, the command. So I have 15 with a +7 for a 22.
Okay. Now, is this any animal, or does they have to be domestic?
No, it applies to any animal. As far as you can command and train animals and magical beasts. You can perform the following uses of nature even if you are untrained in that skill. Command an animal, traits, auditory, concentrate. You issue an order to an animal that's obeying you either because you previously used handle an animal or have the ride feature. I do not have those. But I should be able to at least...
Okay, so there's 2 of them. You have to focus on one because it says an animal at this point. How many actions does this take? Full round or just a single?
Let me scroll to the bottom. It does not say for my nature check.
I'm trying to look.
Okay. And what do you want to command it to do?
We'll just take the one that's directly down the line in front of me.
The one on the north side, yeah.
Yeah, the one on the north side.
Because you're following the north wall. You've stopped at the second entrance, yeah.
I just think I would like to take the command in such a way as just sort of calm it down and see if I can maybe take some control to...
Well, they got to be simple commands. So it's like, be still, calm down, or...
Yeah, let's go with...
I'm not here for you. Something like that, back off.
Let's go with calm down.
Yeah, okay. And is there a range on this effect? Because I'm a good 45 feet away. Do you have to be like within 30 feet? Like,
it doesn't say.
Does it say we have to plainly see or hear you?
I'm trying to read.
Now, lucky for us, you guys are lit up by Alex's torch. Even if we can't see the ground in front of us, we can see, that kind of thing. Now,
it automatically fails if it's hostile or unfriendly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna give you a hero point for trying, because it's a ballsy move. He 1/3 the distance and puts himself out there, draws your attention, and tries to calm the beast, as opposed to initiating the early attack. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave up his advantage to try for you know what I mean? I can't really give it a half a point, but I think that's ballsy for a guy that's trying to get back in the game. So, sir, I'll give you... Now, we start the game. You each get a hero point, so now you're up to 2.
Excellent.
And they will expire. If you don't use them in the game, they're going to expire. But I'm just saying, like, you can do a bunch of stuff with this. But yeah, I'll give you one for trying. And yeah, it's just they seem agitated. Now, something I'd forgotten is, do they have the 20-foot light and 40-foot dim, or is it just 20 feet of dim torchlight stop?
20 and 20.
20 and 20?
Yeah, so it's 20 normal, 20 dim, then
okay,
dark.
So that's for me. For you guys with low light, like our half elf here, you get 40 and 40.
Yeah.
So, Alec, moved up, and it's not 80 feet to the back wall, so you could see them in the torchlight. He could only hear them. Now he backs off, and it's, that even the edge of the light for you recedes, but they're there, and you're up there going, nice puppy, that kind of thing. And I'm assuming you're going to wait for a reaction, so even if you have an action left, that's kind of you. Uck.
Yes, so as I stated, I will stride 15 feet. So,
yep,
15.
4 to the east, yep. Coming alongside Mefrit. Yep. Sorry, is it Mefrit or Mefrit?
Mefrit.
Mefrit. Me first. Got it.
It's kind of like me first, but
you'll be the first to die. All right.
Isn't that normal for me?
Me first. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, and you will be the first to die.
Yeah, so I'll move towards Mefrit. And draw my lovely little dog slicer. 2 arms. 2 arms.
Yeah, get him. Right. All
That's
right. Anything else, sir?
That was it.
No, the line is drawn here.
Yep, because I don't want to go too much further because I don't know what's coming down the corridors.
Yep. Okay. the birds are, they're hesitant, they're acting defensive. One comes up slowly, cautiously. You don't calm them down. They're cawing and hissing and warning. A second figure joins, and they've decided, now that you're encroaching, and they take to the air. These things fly towards you guys, straight towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So they take to the air, and they they kind of stay of each other's way. They fly towards you, and they cross patterns, and they reveal their plumage, right? Gigantic wings spread, head serpentine, and the tail whipping, and it's quite beautiful and dangerous to look at. And gentlemen, you two are in my 15-foot range, and we're going to use our very cool ability. I would like Mifrit, and Auk to give me a will save, please.
All right, help me out. What do I need to roll for that?
On your sheet here, you pull up your main character sheet.
Yes.
And the saves are on the main page, bottom right.
Oh, will save, yes.
And there's a little golden dice. You can pick up and flick it, or you can just click it twice and off it goes.
3 + 9 for a 12.
And Auk got a lovely 11.
Sorry, Joe, I can't hear you. What?
Oh, sorry, 11.
Is it me, or did he just get really quiet?
Just you.
Okay.
I think we're SOL there.
Okay.
I think so. It's all right.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, you've got the dog slicer, and I've got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so critical, no effect. Success, you are dazzled for 1 round. Failure, which I believe both of you have, The creatures are dazzled for 1d4 rounds. Critical failure. Oh, I'm sorry. Did anyone get below 9?
So this is where, since Jeff just gave you a hero point, you can use a hero point to re-roll. Any roll. Or use a hero point to save yourself from dying.
Oh, sure.
He gave you an extra one, so it might be a good idea.
Well, here's the thing. What were those rolls against, guys? What'd you get again?
11. Auk got an 11, and I got a 12.
Right. So right now you guys are at the proverbial fail, but not critical fail, and you're about to be dazzled for 1d4 rounds. You don't know this is about to happen, but we're kind of slowing our roll here, guys. This is 2nd edition. We are trying to learn it. We want you to learn it. So it's a bit meta and sort of breaks the sort of ambient of the game we know to crunch these numbers, and for the DM especially to cough them up. But first time around with some of these things, since we've never run into this kind of effect, we do like to slow our roll and teach you and learn ourselves. So, but as the game gets going, as this stuff happens again and again, we will focus on story and less on dice. So, yes.
I think I'm going to take Auk's advice or Joe's advice and cash in a hero point for a reroll.
There you go. How about you, Auk?
I'm good.
Nope. You'll just sparkle. Look at the sparkling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
What'd you get?
7 + 9 for a 16.
Okay. No worse off, at least.
Yeah.
You guys were looking for a 19.
I was looking for at least one of us to save.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So.
Okay. I will be nice, and I will roll for each of you, so that there might be a chance that one of you guys break it sooner. So you're not just both stunned there for like 1 or 4, that type of thing. And I'll let you know. So now we're going to add a condition to you. Have the dazzled condition.
Yes.
And the cool thing I like about Fantasy Grounds is we can just add a condition. Where are they here? Oh no. I've forgotten how to do it. I'm playing around with the combat sheet here. It's just like,
if you get lost, check your chat.
Well, anyway, when we come back to you guys, it will, it'll be up. Anyway, so that's us. We, as a single action, we fly. It's our stride. And as a second one, we sustain the flight, get a bit closer, and then we hit you with the dazzling display at 15 feet. So, sorry here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, look at that. 5,
Big
10,
color
15,
spread.
20. No, you guys are at a range.
Oh.
So it takes 2 actions. So we fly to here, we're hovering, and we begin our display. But until we get to our, our first chevron of our next combat. Now, we were talking about spells holding over, starting them. This is still legal, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hold your rolls and the events and blah, blah, blah. But the good news is you guys will still get a full round to act before you're hit by the effects.
Right now, you just start doing their dance.
Yeah, they're in the middle of it, and you're going, wow, that looks really funky. Maybe I should succumb, right? Anyway.
Is there background music?
Oh, the audience can hear it.
Oh,
they're not on a pole, dude.
Well, there's a pin right there. Close enough.
Talk to the animals. You're like,
there's a bass riff somewhere.
I'm here to date the animals. It's a whole new kind of Doolittle. Anyway, Shecky, you're up, buddy.
By the flames of war, demolish thine enemies. And I cast guidance on Ak, Mefrit, and Dulgrin. Since guidance is a single action, and I have 3 of them.
Can you
and
do
it's
it?
All verbal.
Is it range?
Yes, 30 feet.
Is there touch?
Since it's verbal.
Okay.
No touch component.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, you all have guidance.
This guy.
What's that?
And so you 3 have guidance, and that lasts until the beginning of my next turn. And you get a +1 on any stat bonus to attack roll,
Ooh.
perception check, saving throw, or skill check
Very
that
nice.
target attempts before the duration end. The target chooses which roll to use this bonus on before rolling.
Okay. So here we are at the bottom of the round, and they haven't rushed you, Dulgrin. You're waiting. They come up, and then they just start this display like they're, we're here. They're pissing and getting, being upset. And we're at the bottom of this. We're at the bottom of this round, Dulgrin. So I believe you do have the option to change your action. You said this round I want to hold, see if they come at me. They don't. Your party intercedes. They close the distance. Now they've stopped.
And they start doing their dance.
They're doing their dance, and you have your 2 actions of hold. Like, your conditions weren't met, but I'm pretty sure that you're allowed to.
No, if my conditions aren't met, then what's going to happen now is I'm going to.
Well, I guess you kind of burn.
my-
You kind of burn the round you at the bottom. We recycle the round, and then we just come down to the bottom, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
it'll be-
Sorry. I guess I can't really give that to you because you're. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it would be the next round.
Yeah. So that brings us back to Mefrit.
Yes.
Mefrit the man. Mefrit,
Wow.
you're up.
What should one do?
Oh wow, they're doing an amazing mating display. I hope they don't find me attractive. What?
Do.
Sorry.
I'm,
You're the one that mentioned the poll and the music. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's okay. What shall one do? I think
Springtime in Valerian.
I think I'm going to go again and go with this nature check and see if I can... Oh, no, they're hostile. That isn't going to work, is it?
No.
No. I'm going to back up to, like, back here. And draw my crossbow.
I was all by myself.
Bloody things don't work, my friend.
Can I draw and load my crossbow?
That's 2 actions.
Yeah. So back up.
Yeah, but if you do nothing, if you don't want to move, you could do 3 to fire. You just stand there, draw it, load it, and fire it. He takes a hit. If you want to back off, you're loaded and ready, and see what happens.
Back away.
I appreciate
Yeah.
you not medding because you know you're about to be dazzled, but
Yeah. No, I'm going to back off, draw, and load.
okay. So where are you? 5, 10, 15, 20 foot back. And draw and load. Okay.
Yep.
And that's you?
That's me.
Okay.
Where I would say that was fine because now you being second level, the first level, you would just stay there and load your crossbow because you do not know better. Second level, a little bit more wiser. if they come in and hit me, I'm screwed. So if I
Yep.
run away and shoot them from
And
far, I'm good.
Him being our animal expert, they're doing something weird, and like I said, I'll pull him out of the 15-foot range. I will actually. I didn't want to reveal this because it seems a bit meta. You will not be dazzled. You are out of the range. Instinctively, you pull back.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about failing a saving throw. Now, I mentioned the ranges, and people are like, he's meta, but no, guy, trust me, like. Poor Corey here hasn't played in 20 years. He's not thinking like like the rest of us are going, aha, he screwed up. I shall take advantage. Alec, now I see the birdies. Okay. So I move forward 5, 10, 15.
Original or extra
20.
crispy?
Yep. He moves 20 feet. Drops the torch behind Ock right at the 15-foot mark, slides beside Ock at 20. That's a single move, so dropping torch is free. I'm here. I draw my weapon. But I give it space. You know what I mean? Like it looks like an animal. It doesn't look like something that needs to be slain. So I'm helping Ock hold the line because the druid decided to back off, pull a ranged weapon. Right, so I don't want to cross. I'm second level 2. I don't cross in front of the druid and get in the line of fire. I cross to the south side of the hallway and help him hold the line. Draw, drop, pull, draw, and I have a great sword. This thing's 10 feet away. I can't reach it, so I will ready. Some awesome. Ock, you are up, sir. The creatures are on deck.
Their total height. Because they are hovering-ish type thing, or are they actually landed?
Oh, sorry. So the hallways are like 10 foot high and rising into 15 feet in the larger rooms in here. Because this is like a main hall, I would give it 10, 12 feet tops. So like their long tails are like a foot or two off the ground, and they're hovering around the ceiling or whatever, but they're definitely like, they're still engageable because it's a 10-foot ceiling. You can still,
All right, fair enough. That's all I need to know.
Yep. No, they do not have the 20-foot vaulted ceiling.
Yeah. I will stride forward 5 feet.
Yep.
And then target the one to the north of me.
Yep. The one that Mifrit's got lined up with his shot soon. Okay.
Yep. And swing bada bada as soon as I pull up my character.
Okay. Now, hang on a second before you swing away.
Yep.
You can drop your dice directly on
the bird
if you wish. But what I figured I would do for you is I could just target it for you. I can just drop a target on there, and you're good. There you go.
So now I just roll normal.
Yep. Well, this way it gives you the flick of the wrist. See, the one thing we were talking about is the guys were picking up the dice and going, cool, I can target the mini, but it was a drop dice, and it was like 120, nothing else, right? This way, with the flick of the wrist.
With a swing of 15, I miss.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And for my next action, I will swing again.
Okay. And you're taking the second with the penalty?
Oh, I don't know why I rolled twice, but with an 18, I miss. According to this. Or it says hit miss. Like, I'm confused.
We're trying to rename the dog slicer to the bird slicer.
Yeah. Is it saying that I missed because it thinks I'm bedazzled?
I haven't got to putting that on you yet.
Yes, actually, it is
there.
It is there,
It's
Jeff.
there because he's dazzled. That's why he missed.
Because I hit my mischance. I'm dazzled, so I missed, which doesn't make any sense.
No, because I haven't. You were about to be dazzled, so.
Can you remove that from him?
What is the effect? Well, let's talk about it. What is dazzled. What does it do to a character, Joe?
It's in the chat.
Yeah. I can't pull up my character sheet. I like the players.
Which chat?
The Zoom chat. I dumped it in there for you.
Oh, thank you. It's in there somewhere.
I don't see it.
I just dumped it in there for you.
Put it to the other guy.
I will.
Put it to everybody because I get too many zooms up.
Oh, okay. Here, guys. I will dump it to everyone.
Actually, if you can put it when it becomes relevant, because I've kind of greenlit this conversation, put it in the game chat, and then the audience can see too, right?
Oh, I can do that
Less
too.
emails from Matt Bell. Shout out to Matt Bell, one of our Satellite Rules lawyers, who are keeping us on the straight and narrow, and we do appreciate the emails that are coming in from everyone. But
Yeah, so bedazzled. All creatures and objects are concealed from you,
okay.
which means then you have your mischance, your flat DC of 5.
Oh, okay. So,
But according to this, I hit. So
yeah, no, go
because
ahead.
I rolled the 17, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, all right. So, I think they want a flat roll up front because it has nothing to do with your mods.
But it's already done. Like it did it all for me.
Okay.
My flat roll of 17. My to hit was 18. So I hit, but then it says I missed because it failed.
Because he was dazzled.
Because I was dazzled, but I passed the mischance, so I'm confused.
Well, you might have missed its armor class with a 17.
No, with an 18 I hit. Because
Oh,
it says hit, and then it says mischance, DC 5. And then I rolled a 17, which means I rolled higher than a 5 for my flat check, which means I hit.
All right. Yeah, I think it's taking those numbers as your rolls. So anyway, the first one does hit.
Yeah, 18.
This I can see, right? And you rolled a second hit, right? Your second
No.
attack? You haven't done your second attack
Yeah,
yet?
my second attack was, my first attack was 15, which is a miss.
Oh, I see it.
And
I'm
then
not tracking back.
second-
I gotcha.
Yeah. My second attack is an 18, which is a hit, but then it says I missed because of the flat check
Okay.
of 5%. Yeah.
Okay. I see.
So
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, the second hit does hit with an 18. That's what you need.
okay.
So if you
10.
just want to give me damage, I will
10.
put it in. Now,
10 points of damage.
yeah, and because you've targeted it, it's already gone in for me. I didn't even have to put it in there.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
So there you go.
The software is good.
Awesome. Okay, so now we go to us. And you have failed, and we'll just keep your dazzled on, okay?
Yep.
And we haven't put, now you put dazzled on yourself?
I must have probably when I was checking what it was.
Click. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's
that's
fine.
through fantasy
No,
grades.
and
yeah.
Mefrit doesn't have it on, so we'll just leave it as is, and we are actually at par. So, going to them, okay? Their first action is to finish their mesmerizing, and they try to mesmerize, those in front. However, Alec's only been here for a single action, so, what we're going to do is the one that took damage, tries to finish mesmerizing, and you are, and then you hit it, ow, and it tries to return fire, and it will attack you. The second one does its first mesmerization and reboots it, keeps it going so it can try to draw Alec into the same condition and only have one action left. So, starting with the wounded bird that's in front of, just to the north of Auk, we have some interesting things I can do. I believe, because I have 2 actions left, like I said, I had the one, I took an ow, and it does a tail lash and strikes at both of you within its if it can get within its reach. Let's see here.
Animals with reach.
Well, here's the thing. It's an angle though. I'm, you know what I mean? You are kitty corner, 5 foot, but it's diagonal to me, and then beyond another diagonal. And does second edition have that stackable 5, 10, 15 stuff that first edition used to have?
For your reach, no, it's 5 is still 5, right? So 5, so your 9 or your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, your 9 squares around you, that's your normal.
That's 5.
5 foot.
Yeah.
And then do the same square around that, and there's your 10 foot.
So he's within my 10-foot reach.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gross.
So this thing whips its tail around, those long, beautiful feathers, and tail lashes at the 2 of you.
Ow, ow.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to see if I can't set this up, because it would be really cool if I could target multiple, which I believe I can. Error. Unable to... You are not on the combat tracker. What? What do you mean you're not on the combat tracker? You're a ghost. Okay.
Well, I'm in my chair.
I'm gone now.
No. Oh, I see what's happened. I put minis on the board. I did not put combat minis on the board. You guys are supposed to have little green boxes around you, or I can't target you. Right? There's that, friendly.
Oh, you did it in reverse order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friendly to the
Put
player.
them down first, and then put them in the combat tracker.
Yeah.
And you did. Yes, I get you. I get you.
So here comes the
You
lashing
gotta
of
do
the
that
tail
with all of us.
with 19s.
Those are
Whoa.
crits.
How do you like me now?
Those are crits.
19 plus 11, 30. Whoosh, just slices at you. You know those dungeon walls that have the slicing arced scythe? This thing flying in the air and just turns its body 360, and the tail whips out wide, scratches the wall, and whips at both of you a big gash along both guys, and does 13 points of damage to Alec.
16 to me.
And 16 points of damage.
We don't get to the critical deck this week?
Oh, hang on. That's right. No, we're not named creatures. Woo. And you haven't ID'd me.
Thankfully.
Maybe if you figured out what I was, Yeah, it's
Once I
You're
figure out what you are, you can hurt me more?
well, no, I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
if this was Calmont, go my birds. Yeah, you're screwed. But yeah. No, I'll be nice, So 2d8 plus 6 instead of 1d8 plus 3, 13 points. And did this come off of Ak as well?
Yeah, well, I took 16. So let me pull up my character sheet.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. It rolled for each of you.
Yep, there's my wounds, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Ouch.
Yep. That's
That's all good.
bird number 1.
When we're done, we're going to roast these guys over an open spit.
Yep, that's the go-to. We eat with the goblins tonight, right?
Or
Chicken fingers, anybody? Chicken fingers? Chicken fingers? Chicken fingers?
We're going to
So-
use Shecky's flames to roast them.
Birdie number 2 is going to maintain its position and try to double chevron to dazzle the two of you. Now, it doesn't know that you're already dazzled from the first one. But starting now, because I caused the effect, I believe it's on my turn. So starting now, Ak, you will be dazzled. Now, this is going to be complicated, and I'm going to forget. Normally, it's like, oh, I won't tell you. No, up front, again, we're learning 2 rounds it got you for. And,
Easy enough.
and I'm going to try a saving throw for our man of the hour here and see if I can resist with my +5. 18. Oh, 1 short. But the Lord of Flames gave me guidance. No, he didn't. He picked 3 other dudes.
Yeah, I should have given it to you instead because
I'm the
Mifford
fighter.
didn't even use it.
That's okay. That's okay. Because if I go down, you're next. Chickens.
I'm all the way in the back of the room. I don't know what you're talking
Chicken's
about.
going to be fingering you. No, that came out wrong.
But they can still see.
Oh, that sounds so wrong.
That's so bad. Yeah. So, here's the old. Oh, that didn't even go on the tracker. Come on. It just moved my dice. Come on. There we go. He's going to be dazzled for 3 rounds. So close.
Oh, la la la. Insert circle or a circus theme music.
Shecky of the Flames. Rethink your guidance. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
He almost shakes it off and then, oh no, I didn't peg him. I guess Lord of the Flames wants him to die. So
Do you? Yes. Do you want to give me a combat mini, please?
fine.
So picky.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Fine. Lord of Flames, give me combat ability.
No, you're just a cameo. There you go.
Americans.
Gimme.
I know, like you hear Meffert complaining. He's been doing fine. He's been in the combat. He hasn't begged for him.
Has he? Has he really?
Hey, listen. Normally, I'm the one that's getting dead almost. Okay, this is like the first time I think I've played that I haven't been You're dead.
Injured.
Just for the players' knowledge, in our play test, in our one shot of the mini World of Rytram before we decided to give him his own show, Corey played a druid, and Jared described an animal, and they fought us, and they came at us, and we fought them. It was awesome. The very next encounter, it was just sort of it was huge, but it was like this animal grazing, and we're like, and Corey was like, get it, right? Start poking this thing, and it just mauled him.
Yeah, was not nice.
It was not.
I believe that my intestines were laying out on the ground.
It was like, and the best thing about this like emperor building the size of a car was as soon as it put him down, like not even like bleeding out, it just went back to its business, and we're like, oh right. Don't provoke if that were a bear, we shouldn't have poked it. Anyway, getting back to the sorry. Checky.
So I want to, can you double check to see if I think I did it correct. I am targeting the medium animal 12.
Medium animal 12.
It's what you have on the combat tracker.
You are
Which is the one
you are
on the north.
Yes, you are targeting the north.
Awesome. Okay.
Birdie.
Lords of Flame, crispify my dinner, please. And I flick my finger and shoot a produce flame at it.
All right.
And I miss.
So you've moved up as an action. And how many actions is produce flame?
2.
Okay, so that's you.
It's verbal and somatic.
That's your.
So yeah, I flicked a small like coal of fire at it, and it was like not impressed. Really, guys, you're making me look like a fool. Thanks, Lords of Flame.
Nothing to say. Okay, and that's you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Moving to Dulgrin Truthseeker. The battle is joined. They start mixing up with these creatures. Dulgrin, what do you do?
I'm going to cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
Is it Sanctuary or the other one I want? I think it's Sanctuary. Let me double check here.
It's kind of hard to get through that.
I'm going to cross over to here.
Okay.
For my first action.
So you pop out of the hallway, you come along the south wall, and you're right behind Alec.
And I lean out and I cast Sanctuary on Alec.
Oh, on me. Okay.
Yes. What it is if this creature fails its saving throw, it can't attack him, and it can't attack him for the rest of the turn. Follow me?
Yeah, okay.
So...
Yeah. Now you're peeking right along that line, and you see Alec. He steps into your line of view, and he gets a guard stance, and they get all mesmerizing, and he just starts sort of like mimicking them. He starts swaying with his head and acting all fucked up. So yeah, I'll give that to you. I wouldn't say that's meta. And Sanctuary, thank you. So that's 2 actions, or 3?
I'm all done.
Oh,
that's all 3.
Okay, that's all 3. Round 3, gentlemen. Mifrit.
I did notice that somebody had a shut-off time at 10:30. Are we going to?
No, we're on it.
Okay.
All right, we're good. I'm actually going to cast a Ray of Frost.
Okay, so you want to drop the crossbow? Is this a somatic component? Joe, let's talk about shifting a crossbow from ready position to just kind of like holding it like a pipe in one hand and being able to cast a spell with a single hand free. Is this doable? Does he have to drop the bow?
With spell casting, you have to have free hands.
Yeah, okay, so you got to drop the crossbow.
If it's somatic, you need free hands.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to drop the crossbow.
Yep.
And we're going to cast a Ray of Frost, which I can do.
It's a crossbow.
Yeah.
What happens with crossbows when you bang them?
They go off.
They go off.
They go off.
This is a D&D crossbow.
Falls out.
It doesn't even have the freaking bar covering the trigger. It's that handle crank. He just drops it.
Yeah, that's all right. She's just going to take off and go around in other places.
I want you to roll percentage dice for me. Roll 2d10.
Oh, 2d10? Okay, how do I do that?
Just pick up a dice right out of your tray in the bottom there and toss them both one after the other into your chat window.
Or into the tower.
Or into the
Or
magic.
if you right click on it, right click on your D10 and it gives you a percentage you can click.
Oh yeah, like this.
Oh, there we go.
Just
Way
like that.
cooler.
Just like that.
99.
Oh, dude, you are so lucky.
Of course.
It drops, and I'll even have the there's that proverbial ka-chink, and everybody stops. Like we hear it hit the floor, the whole room freezes, even the birds lean out. Oh, like the one where the bolt goes. Am I in the lineup? Right, and it just sits there loaded.
Of course. What else did you expect? I gotta have some luck, and I can't go through a night and not do something stupid.
No, that's not stupid. Just people are just that's dangerous. What do you do? Okay, so spell. Hit me with a spell.
Oh.
Nice.
What do you got?
18 plus 7 for a 25.
With your Ray of Frost, what is the range on your Ray of Frost?
120 feet.
Okay, what is our damage, sir?
You blast an icy ray, make a spell attack roll. The ray deals cold damage equal to 1d4 plus your spell casting ability modifiers.
Right, so if you pull the spell up and the actual damage description should highlight.
It's the actual little magnifying glass thing in your spell description area or your spell area. There should be a cast one and then an attack button. That if you just hit the attack button, it will do the.
Should do the damage. Looks like a tennis racket.
Yep, got it.
Okay, now you need to do the damage one. You already hit the to do cast.
You already hit it.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
No, that's the save. That was the cast.
Looks like a red droplet of blood.
No, I don't have one by the Ray of Frost.
Oh, is it like an auto hit? Albrix whips this off all the time.
Yeah, it's not auto hit.
It's
range
success.
attack.
Target takes normal damage. Critical. Target takes double. Heighten a +1. And it says it's a 1d4 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird.
'Cause it does state hit, so.
Okay.
Your modifier is in your combat screen.
Okay, so there's the 4.
Oh, max damage. Good.
Yeah, max damage.
Yeah, I just cast it for Albric, and it just says that he cast it. It didn't give me any damage.
Okay, and where do I find my modifier?
You are
Should
a
be
druid,
your-
so it's wisdom. So whatever your
It's
wisdom
wisdom.
score is.
Oh, okay, so right off my main, so my wisdom.
Yeah, whatever your
plus
plus is
3
for your wisdom. There you go. So that would be 7 points of damage.
Okay. So, and you are targeting the north bird that's already been hit once?
Yes.
All right. Whoops. Nope. There we go. I was good and a swing, kind of a 2/3 action. Now, ow, frost. The wings are freezing up. The wings are icing. Mayday, mayday, we're going now. Starts fluttering around. Anyway, it's still up and running. It's still flying, but you can see visibly that this thing is stuttering, sputtering, and not doing well. You have seriously wounded it, sir.
See, the gods of ice are helping him. Why can't you help me?
Alec is dazed. Oh, well, now that I've selected Alec,
Dazzled.
let's pull up good old dazed, or dazzled, sorry. Dazzled, yes. Ta-da. I'm dazzled. And I'm going to step forward because you didn't say, hey, don't attack this thing. Trust in my spell. I was all screwed up.
I don't know that he's dazzled. So
Yeah,
I
I know,
cast
and
spell.
like I said, I don't know that you goosed me with a spell, so he moves up, and it's like, and now it is my turn. I take a 5-foot stride forward, and I am seriously hoping that if I got 2 chevrons left, I can pull out some stuff I've been waiting. I think we're gonna go with a power attack because
Can he see the bird to make the power attack while he's dazzled?
well,
it's
I've
just
got to do the flat DC thing when I attack, and the
Okay.
computer will have to, So, yep, I'm just the mass of light and blindness in front of me. I shall,
Good for you, Alec. Go.
good for me.
Go meat shield.
Go,
I did what I
Alec,
could.
Go, Alec power. Where's my sword here? Now, it doesn't give me the option of multiple hits like you guys, so this is not a small weapon. It's like a -5 to the second hit, right?
Yep, -5, -10.
Yeah, okay. So I will manually, now there's something for Corey in the audience here. Down the bottom of the screen next to your dice, you can put in a manual modifier. Yeah, you can say, hey. So there's my -5, so we're all fairsies. And then I'm going to whoop this thing with Alex's, normally be a +10 with my great sword. It's great. Boom. And a natural 1.
Sweet.
So he whoop over his head, right? And comes.
Alec, did you miss this day in class where they told you how to swing a sword?
He comes down too hard. Now the dazzled, well, that would just have me missed. Anyway, I managed to drop this between 2 fitted stones in the floor, and my sword is stuck. Ock, you are up. What do you do?
I read a book about this.
What do you up?
What am I going? I'm going to swing blindly at the last target.
Okay.
It's there somewhere. I'm hoping. A 15. Oh, that would be a miss. Yeah. I will swing again. Yeah. It's there somewhere. And a 7.
Critical miss.
A critical miss.
Oh, let's pull up the card. You have a name.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my.
Hey, so is the guy who swung before me.
That's true. That's true. All right. No, that's true. I didn't even think of that. And I was just trying to make up something cool, like my weapon got trapped, Well, pulling the top card with melee, backswing. You deal the attack's normal damage to yourself instead of the target. So I come down, I hit the stone with my sword, trap the weapon, and the sword chip flies up and smacks me in the chin, grazing me, and I'm about to damage myself. But before I hurt myself, no, he's got a point. Your sword is heavy. You are fatigued after 2 swings.
I am fatigued.
You are fatigued.
Oh
So let's talk about fatiguing Ock while I hit myself.
Oh my.
Welcome to Second Edition, Corey. Aren't you glad you signed on?
Oh, absolutely, I am.
I've put this on you, so you talk about fatigued. I'm gonna damage myself with my weapon.
Oh, fatigued is easy. It's just minuses to everything.
Okay.
-1.
Did I mention I was power attacking with this critical miss? And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you did.
do a crap ton of damage to myself.
Yeah, added damage die.
Oh my
A
god.
chip the size of your fist comes off.
It's 2d12 plus 4 instead of, so I'm gonna roll the regular. So it's 12 plus another d12. Get in there.
You just impaled yourself.
Hey, it's not going in. Come on. Oh, I dropped in the tower. 5. So 17 points to Alec.
By himself.
Well, I am second level. I was standing a king amongst men when you guys were first level. I had 34 hit points. That bloody tail dropped me to 13. I just took 17. So now he's down.
He's out.
And I am not a hero point kind of guy. So this thing blinds me. I'm swinging wildly. And, the sword goes down, the stone goes up, and Alec just falls backward cold.
I can see it going right up underneath your chin.
Yeah,
Into your brain.
the hammer on the bell, right? Yeah, at the carnival. Hammer comes down, bell goes up,
Oh
ding,
my.
ring my bell, and he falls to the floor unconscious, and he is not in good shape. And the emperor bird that's towering over Ock. Yeah, you're down. And you're here. It's going to fly past you. Oh no! Wait, do you guys have to be adjacent for this?
For what?
No, 10-foot reach. I can do all around. Can I not?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Let me just tail lash. Bird, tall, 2 different creatures within reach. Nope. Okay. So I know what I do. I fly 5, 10. Yep. I basically fly along the wall. Any attacks of opportunity from our champion? No. Because you're a champion, not a fighter.
One second.
Because here it comes.
Are you dazzled?
Oh, I'm dazzled and fatigued.
But
so it's all good.
dazzled is him hitting me, not me hitting him. So he's still good. Does it affect your armor class? No.
No, but fatigue.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Let's talk about fatigue first. Sorry.
-1
look at
down the
that's it.
line.
-1 for everything.
Okay.
Yeah, -1 on AC and saving throws.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, it's gross.
All right. Now you've been.
And you also can't. And also, you can't do any exploration activities while you're fatigued.
Oh, imagine that. Oh no, I can't seek.
Well, no, it just means you got to sit and get that whole night's rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so you're fatigued. We know you're -1 to everything. Your armor class drops from what to what?
Oh, my armor class is now 15.
15. All right.
Instead of 16. Yep.
And the
And no, I don't have attack of opportunity. Sorry.
I spin the tail
Oops.
slashes at Dulgrin and at Auk and hits both.
Another crit.
A 29 crit and a 28 for Dulgrin. Now, luckily, I don't have crit cards. I'm not a thing, but I'm going to do double damage. And you guys, this thing slashes you, opens you up, and we will see you next time. Next time, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, because it's time to go. Say good night, Auk. You're next.
Good night. I'm going to be sleeping with the fishies.
I have a very good pig recipe we can all eat tomorrow night. Yes, pig. Anybody? Pig. Oh, I'll get you up. You like mommy's pig recipe.
Get it? Good night, everybody.